And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yo.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Carr again.
Woo!
And he's got
I
his
have no choice.
Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown.
I have no choice.
O.J. Howard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up
Blitz
and
all.
good. And that makes
You blitz all your linebackers?
7-0.
Okay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
This Rondo 4K Trey nigga. Fuck nigga went down there and drove on me first drive.
Check your hot read. Race don't travel.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
To throw on second down, Love. This is caught by Antonio Brown. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers,
especially
guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Oh, love 5
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Tell that nigga RP I can't hear him if he in here talking.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking...
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
I got to get my superstar rookie. I got to get him going, cuz.
Going deep this time for Miller. And he bats it away.
Yeah, I got to get him. I got to get him because he a rookie. He a superstar, dog. You dropped, like I said, you did me right.
Defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now Gordon on first down. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
What fucking thing?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Nigga took me all up and through that yesterday. What?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right?
I think that's what it was, too,
mythological thing that we do. If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer.
I don't understand
that. Now and put together some nice plays.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I clipped off the man, and the man still got his ass
I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Now Carr.
Oh, they tried me.
There he goes left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Looking to throw on second down. Love. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's in the bag.
On 3rd down, Love.
They can just hold up a little bit longer.
Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been
in the back bag.
I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. It's a 41-yard punt, but just
give your brother a snack. Open the snack cabinet and see what he wants out of there.
Get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter for us up here. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
On 1st down, Gordon. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down.
That quick, my dog got out of the
finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down, Love.
Come on, you got to stay in bounds, bro.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football.
I should have threw it low. I shouldn't have threw it at all.
Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake.
You're mine.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Carr now on 1st down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
This nigga throw the ball a lot, bro.
Carr now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
The way he throw that shit, but I don't get over that in time.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. It's complete. It's Miller.
Oh, why would they make him
dive,
bro?
Much more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Carr now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Who the fuck that was, man?
They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. They weren't successful.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line.
All right, Flo, that's been a field goal range.
Field goal for the offense. 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field.
Yeah, because you struggled against the Eagles. Yeah.
The Charger drive about to get going. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
It was. I should have went to Henry. I had him open.
On 1st down, Love. Hunter Henry brings it in. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Second and 5. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Matt Wild now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
I need a toss, bro. Oh, I got a pitch I can bring.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Shit, me, a nigga did it to me and I was in the 3-4, so this shit better work.
Probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room.
There goes Melvin Gordon. The 20, 10, touchdown.
So that'll work.
Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
I remember when a nigga was doing that. Who I played, bro?
Badgley out there to kick it away.
That nigga who got the that J-Real nigga who got the
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
I come out and cover 3-4 in that odd play.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Mason, whatever that nigga name is.
First time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 12, Carr. He's going to look deep down the field.
Bro,
caught at the 25.
Oh, I don't understand this fucking game.
Play there for the Buccaneers. 51 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's
Knew that
in the
was
air.
gonna happen. That shit was wide open.
Into the end zone. Touchdown,
Yep.
Buccaneers.
That shit was easy.
Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley
Well, how big is Chark
to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
That shit shows too, boy. He put his body out there. He catch him with his body, bro.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly feels that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Check back 40. Check back 40. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field. Ready.
Looking to throw on second down. Love finding Green complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Back to throw. Love. Steps away to his left. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense not getting out of their lanes.
And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. And this will be a touchback as that six. Over the end line.
All right, let's go, Flo. This Rondo nigga, man. Hold on, man.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll go again to Jones. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Carr going to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
See all that time that nigga had, boy?
Second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Right now. Hey, watch it,
Throwing on second and long. Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And some space here.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
Faster. Right, 40. Blue down. Check.
On first down, Swift. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Give him 18 yards on that one. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Let's go. Tucson. Strip that ball.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Badgley able to knock this one through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Yeah, and he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 14 yards there, and a Buccaneer 1st down. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get, all right? 300, that means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, 4th quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
We're about to find out. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 49. Check 49. Check 49. 49.
Throwing again. Carr going up top for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm coming, pussy nigga.
All at once, one big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Charger drive about to get going. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
3 bucks. Bang, 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 bang. Go team Phil. Check.
Looking to throw. Love. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he's got this down to the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Give me some. 93. 93. I'm going to run you over.
They'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 17-yard line. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scott Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Oh, wide open, complete, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling in the final minute, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Check. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Get the ball.
Back to throw. Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Now Carr. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the home team here, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.
Yeah, I won, bro. You was watching this shit? That fuck nigga, boy, that was a hell of a game, boy. God, the only reason why I won, cause the nigga ain't had no timeouts, but he was in field goal range, but he ain't had no timeouts to call a timeout. Get your ass out the bathroom before I wear your ass out. Get out of there. Talking about, son, you ain't gonna probably have to do it. you ain't gonna have to do it all. Cause you did the whole orientation and song. But how is it though? Also, it's different theme orientation for different things.